But
what's a fun Catholic song? Isn't that in like that's like,
and he will raise you up
That
on
one?
eagle's wings.
That's sort of like a power
yes,
ballad.
Natasha.
Bear you on the breath of dawn.
The
Yes.
first line is "Panty will raise you up."
Andy.
Hey everybody, do you want to be rich? Well, stick around because this is an episode that may or may not answer the question, how do I get rich? I'll tell you what I feel rich about right now. We have a pretty incredible guest.
We do.
Yeah.
You want me to intro her? Or you
No, I
want
want to
to?
intro her. I'm gonna just say this is a guest that has a book that freshly is out called "Peeing in an Empty Bottle." Great title. She's also got a pretty popular podcast called Ghosted. So you better believe there's going to be some supernatural talk on this episode. Please put your ears into the speaker for Roz Hernandez.
Hi.
Hi.
Get those ears right in there.
Oh, isn't it a nice moment when you're finally introed on a podcast and you get to dive in?
Oh my God, I know. It's literally like, can I speak yet? Like, I'm
Yes.
so scared what would happen if I would have.
Sometimes
Jumped
people go
in.
on and on and on. I like to get the guest in
Have
the
you
mix
ever
right away.
done one of those podcasts where they're like, okay, we're going to do an intro, and then it's like 25 minutes of them talking, and you're like,
and you're just like,
"Can
I have things to say about this.
No, my favorite is when you do a podcast and they're literally sitting at a desk behind a computer looking at your IMDb, just saying random things as they scroll up.
Oh, yeah.
That's a bad one.
Oh, yeah. But hi, thank you so much for having me.
We're
Wait.
so happy to have you.
I'm so excited about Ghosted because
Yeah?
I live with someone who I believe they're called spiritual materialists. Like they don't believe in anything they can't see.
This is your husband?
Yeah. He doesn't believe in astrology. He doesn't believe in ghosts. I don't know that he believes in God. Like he doesn't believe in anything supernatural.
Uh-huh.
But I just feel like, I just think that some people are more susceptible than others, obviously,
Right.
to seeing it.
Yeah, I don't know what I believe. So I do this podcast, and then there was a moment where I did a ghost hunting TV show on Hulu, and then I also now do it on YouTube where I find guys on Grindr and we go to haunted hotel rooms.
No way.
So I'm like constantly putting myself out there, but like part of my mission is like I kind of want to believe, and I don't know.
Oh, so you don't really believe either. By the way,
you're
I made
skeptical.
a mistake. It's called
Definitely
a scientific materialist. Spiritual,
Scientific.
like someone who just believes in science.
That sounds so much smarter than me. I'm just like, I want to see the thing.
This is a
light
show.
up.
This is a show about people who know nothing but act like experts, but also admit we're not experts. So you're
Perfect.
in the right room.
But I'm very open and honest about like I am kind of a dum-dum. I feel like I come from a long line of dum-dums.
Me too.
Yeah.
you know what the smartest thing in the world is to right out of the gate be like, I'm dumb.
I am a dum-dum, and I don't want to say I'm proud of it, but I acknowledge my heritage, and I'm doing my best.
Well, actually, your heritage is the exact same heritage as my two boys, which is our donor is Mexican and my wife is Irish.
Oh,
well,
no
I guess
way.
my boys are, so my egg, I have one of my egg and one of her egg, and her egg, Wolfie, is our son who is Irish, Catholic, and Mexican.
Oh my God.
That's you,
Well,
right?
you don't inherit the
my
Catholic
brand.
part.
Yeah, I just got nervous because I started saying my egg, her egg, and then I was like, what am I doing here?
Okay.
You know when you're in the middle of a sentence and you're like, you want to parachute outside of your body and be like, bitch, you're on your own. That was what I was doing. I was like, her egg is my egg, and I have the heritage in there. But Irish and Mexican. But Catholic is part of it.
Is the egg Catholic?
The egg came out and immediately wanted to get, what's it called?
Baptized.
That's right.
Wait,
Oh,
Roz,
yeah.
I went to Catholic school as well.
No way.
In
And
Rockford,
you're-
Illinois.
Yeah, you're Midwest, and so am I. I'm from Michigan.
I'm from Rockford, Illinois.
Where are you from?
I'm from Toronto, Canada.
She wins.
Yeah.
Do you still have like residency?
Yeah. Well, I still have my passport.
God, I want to
Yeah.
go so bad. I accidentally, this audiobook that I did which is where I did a completely, I put together on my own. I'm very DIY these days. And I just put together an entire tour by myself.
Whoa.
I reached out to all the venues myself, and I was like, let me do a tour at gay bars.
Yes.
And I drove myself 100% alone. But everyone was telling me, like, I was planning on going to Toronto, and everyone was like, don't cross the border.
What?
No, they're going to get you.
Oh, if you like cross the border into Canada, coming back in would be a problem? Is it because like what is happening with the trans passport situation right now? It's like they were like revoking passports fully, or they were like,
or is it just in certain states?
No, it's... I don't really know, to be honest with you.
But like, what's happening for you? And
all I know is Caitlyn Jenner has a man passport.
And doubling down saying they love Trump.
They love Trump, but they were also like, but of course, since I do love you, if you could change mine back, which is like, you'll love to see it. You know, it's like, if anyone's going to suffer, it's like, let it be the fucking person that... it's so shocking, but it's also not. But anyways.
I'm not gonna lie, I love Caitlyn Jenner having a man passport.
Yes.
Until it happens to me.
Yes.
It's very funny to me. But so I don't know. You know, it's like
you can't get
these people like my life is very, you know, progressive, liberal, left, all of it. But like the fear mongering that has been put into me, like last year, of just like, be careful, they're gonna get you when you drive yourself alone in this country. And
it's really that layer of it is actually so tough, because I feel like as we talk a lot on this podcast of like what to like infuse in our kids, like what is like a winning infusion, and I do feel like the secret sauce is being able to live your life proud, you know, and not to like overlap with like, I just realized like #pride, but like to be able to be proud and confident in who you are, and laced into this overarching political bullshit is now you're saying like so many conversations I'm having is a little bit like extracting that from you. Even if you are like, well, I'm actually good, it's like starts to chip away at your sense of safety, even if you feel safe.
And it also seeps into the kids. Like my daughter will say things to me. I don't even know where she hears it. Like there's a Jeep. Our neighbor has a Jeep. It's a Rubicon. And every time she walks by it, she's like, oh, I hate Republicans. Or like she thinks it says Republican.
But it says Rubicon.
And I'm like, I keep telling her, but I think it's like so close in her mind that she's like, oh, I hate that Jeep. I hate Republicans. I'm like, it's a Rubicon. She's like, well, what's that? Well, I hate Republicans. I'm like, well, how do you even know about that? Like, I'm not talking politics to her.
Well, I am when she comes over to my house. So.
Oh, are you?
Yeah, I will talk politics to any kid that'll listen. Yes, of course.
I tell her I don't like Trump, and then she's like, I don't, because at one point she was like, well, Trump has a good assistant, because people at her school.
Who's the assistant?
RFK, because some of her friends are like Maha.
Oh,
so they're telling her that he's got like a good assistant, that he's getting rid of the red dye. And then I was like, and now she's like, oh, I don't even like his assistants anymore.
That's good.
Yeah.
Well, I think personally, what I feel is talking on a very real level is important. And I feel like this is laced into the like rhetoric around transness and queerness and all of the gender stuff, is like the fact that when you actually talk about real life experiences with a lot of people that are transphobic, the real life experience doesn't back up any of their fear. They have no real life experience, when I say talk to your kids, I like talking about real life experiences. What is real? And like, what can we touch? And what are we actually feeling, so that they don't get swept up in other people will talk to your kids about politics.
I talked to her about ICE, and she knows that like, that's why she hates Trump, I think, because she knows he's related to ICE.
Yes. Yeah.
But I also think it's confusing for them, and it's a lot to take in, right?
Did your parents talk about politics with you?
Well, I do feel like the world was so different than it is now when it comes to politics, obviously. But like, my parents didn't really like take a side, I don't think. Like they weren't Republicans or Democrats.
They did drive a Rubicon.
I don't know if they were Rubicons or Democrats, but they, it's like the only thing, like growing up Catholic, I remember like abortion would come up like in school, and we would all like debate it, and
That was one of
And are you pro-life?
I am.
I remember someone had a poem that was going around at the Catholic school that was like, you know, day 1, I grew my first fingers and toes. Day 2.
Day 1,
or
bitch?
like day
Yeah,
1,
right.
or it's like, it was like a diary of an
The
embryo.
fetus?
Yes. And then the last one was, day, whatever it was, 67. Today my mother killed me. And I thought that was so funny. That I was like, because I was in the theater when I was young, and I brought it to the theater, and then I remember I got in big trouble.
What, did you add like a punchline?
I thought that was like the first punchline I ever heard, because I was like, that's so funny. Like,
Yeah, you're really setting us up for something
like
good.
It's a real
my
misdirect.
connection to the dark side. Like, I don't know, I just related to it for some reason.
Yes.
And then I remember another girl was like crying, and she's like, how can you laugh at that? What's wrong with you? And so I just remember, I think that Catholicism made me want it to come out in another way.
Yeah.
Like, I wanted to, like, my reaction to being restricted was like, what's the opposite,
Totally.
I feel like if you're like a down person and you're a little bit like after a bit of more truth and not susceptible to being brainwashed, that is what a heavy dose of religion, like the thickness of religion will do to you. It'll do the opposite. I felt that way around Islam growing up. Like the days that I would like go to the mosque, which wasn't often. My mom was white, my dad was brown, and the big brown family surrounding me was Muslim. And the custom was like on Eid, on Ramadan, whatever, you go to the mosque, and I would leave those days. It was like I hadn't even like tried drugs yet, but I was like, give me some blow and let me fuck a woman. I just was like, and that was like in the subtext. Like before I even knew I was gay, I was just like, I want sex, drugs, and rock and roll, and I want it now.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, you're just like, stop with the strangulation. So actually, if you're listening right now and you want your kid to be religious, offer them a line of blow.
Ooh.
Well, I do talk to my kid about religion, and I tell her that
I don't want to be quoted on the line of blow.
I don't want to be quoted that I think abortion's funny.
I don't want anything I say on this podcast to go on the record, and I'm sick of you recording me.
I'm just saying, as a child, I was attracted to the opposite of like what the religious angle is.
Absolutely. Yes. Well, and also for me, like there were certain things that they would touch on in school. Because that's the thing when, like, you go to a Catholic school.
Of course, they're touching on something.
Okay.
And I don't regret that.
I was not touched.
No, I mean, I'm just saying, I'm just going there because I
know
I know it has happened.
And then remember when it came out that the nuns were touching the girls? Because I thought just the boys were touched.
Leave the nuns alone.
I love nuns. I'm obsessed with nuns.
They are pretty cool. What is up with them?
The nuns are touching the girls?
Well, I don't know. Remember that one?
I guess, of course.
I don't remember that one. I remember, there's now a podcast that I see on my TikTok algorithm of like nuns that are like, they're like cool nuns.
Oh, yeah.
Have you seen these
They're
nuns?
probably fake nuns, though.
No, they're like real nuns. And they're like, sister, you're crazy.
Really?
Like the way that you were making that food the other day, it was crazy, bitch. I might have added the bitch, but
it was crazy, bitch.
They are very that.
Pass that, babe.
Yeah, they're that. But
also, I just watched Sister Act with my daughter.
Love Sister Act.
It really is good for a kid. It's like it's very age appropriate. It's very entertaining. Whoopi's a star. The first one, not the second one. We should do an episode where we talk about PG movies from the 80s
that we can watch with our kids.
With your kids.
Oh,
yes, we really should.
Because it's hard because you'll start watching something and then you're like, oh, this is not appropriate.
Right.
And it's really hard.
Like Grease.
Oh, I've never tried Grease.
I that was one I grew up with. See, my parents when I was growing up.
I love it, but I don't know if it's appropriate. Well, she's pregnant.
I don't know. There's like weird stuff in it. The chicks will cream.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
It does feel like the dynamics, like gender dynamics are like, isn't this the like vibe? Like,
oh, yeah.
If a guy likes you, you're worth it.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
You got to change everything about you.
Yes.
You got to get some leather.
Sorry, I feel like we segued way out of your childhood.
Sorry.
No, I did it. I immediately was like, Catholic school must be molestation. And then, but I really wanted to know, you grew up in Grand Rapids, Michigan.
Yes.
Your parents were not Rubicons or diaphragms.
Exactly.
And you were in this school and thinking about ghosts?
No, the ghost thing kind of started because everybody had a theme for their podcast, like, I don't know, 10 years ago or whatever. And I was like, I don't know what mine is going to be. And I was just like a comedian / drag queen. And I was like, ghosts? I don't know.
Oh, you just picked it.
Yes. I'm not an expert on anything.
Has anyone come to you with any story that makes you believe in ghosts?
Yes.
Okay.
Like many times where I'm like, okay, that's crazy. But like if it's me, I'm like, I don't trust myself. Like,
That's so funny. It's like as if we were like, if someone did research, it's like, we don't have kids. We just were like, the pod, we have to.
we needed a theme.
We all get to match with a theme. Well, and now you know a bunch of ghost stories.
Now I know so much about ghosts.
And do you think Dr. Sylvia Brown on Montel was real or fake? That's a fake.
I mean,
that's a fake.
I'm obsessed with her. I think that nails and cigarettes are a very important thing to being a psychic. For me,
Yes.
I'm not going to pay you unless you've got long nails and you smoke a lot. But I do think that, like, okay, I always compare psychic abilities to sense of humor, where I think pretty much everybody, like, has one, but only some people can charge for it. And when you get to the point where you're charging, you're kind of expected to always be on. And it's just like not possible.
Oh, that's so interesting.
I have a hot take.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I was walking down the street the other day with my daughter who's learning to read, and she saw,
Why are you mad at us about that?
well, because I was saying the Rubicon, it's similar. She's like, oh,
Okay.
what's physic or whatever? And I said, that's a psychic.
Oh,
And
that's
she's
a
like,
hard one to learn.
She's like, what's that? And swear to God, this girl in front of me, we're waiting to cross the street. This girl in front of me goes, oh my God, don't go to those psychics. And I was like, well, I wasn't going to. I was explaining to my daughter to not go. She goes, no, I'm doing a report, or what did she say? I'm doing an investigative journalist piece about them.
Stop.
In front of my daughter, and she's like, and I was like, yeah, we don't do that. And she goes, no, let me tell you what they're doing.
What?
And then she proceeded to say, in front of my daughter, human trafficking.
Stop. In
What?
the psychic place?
That's what she said.
Okay, well, now I'm
kinda
on her
believe it.
side. I was not on her side till
Yeah.
she warned you that there are human
I
traffickers.
would never walk into a psychic
A
on
lot
the
of
street.
people would. Where is this psychic that's human trafficking?
I don't know.
I
Wait for the
actually-
New York Times article.
No, but you
heard it here
you were
first.
near it. Weren't you near it?
Well,
or she was saying in general.
She was saying these are human, like
Traffickers.
psychic. The psychics on the street are like fronts for human
This
trafficking.
is good for
rings.
me to know because I do walk into psychic.
You do?
Yes.
I mean, I'll get my
I
tarot
need
cards read at a party.
content. Lady, I need something to talk about. I've been to literally over 100 psychics for sure.
Really?
Easily.
Did
And
you ever get a human trafficking vibe from any of the ladies?
now that you mention it,
Shit.
well, like I've been to like famous, like, you know, the ones, you know, like every famous person will be like, I know someone.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been to those ones. I've been to the ones in the storefronts.
What's the most famous person's one that you went to?
the most famous person?
Yeah, like it's like, you know, is it like, you know, Tyra Banks' psychic? Is it like Brad Pitt's psychic? You know,
No,
Angelina Jolie's
I
got a
haven't been
psychic.
to that. Maybe I haven't been to that level.
You don't want to reveal it
But-
because you're like, she's gonna put a hex on me.
Yeah, I'm terrified of psychics. Are you kidding me?
And what about the difference between like a world-renowned Brad Pitt's astrologist versus their psychic? Are those is there any like crossover, or is that totally separate?
I think they're probably separate. I mean, it feels like astrology is something that's based more in science, and so it feels like it would
I don't
be.
think people would agree with that.
Well,
I agree.
Like where the planets are, like those are like that's like at least a fact, you know, like that planets.
Yeah, Shauna would not like your laughter reaction to the science
I'm
astrology.
only laughing because my husband's dad is a scientist, and we had a birthday dinner recently, and we all went around the room. My idea, and I said, let's go around the room and say what percentage we believe in astrology.
What a funny game to play.
And well, it's hard
Wait, I
making
wanna play.
conversation. And so I started with 50%, and then everybody else at the table said 0.
And what's your percent?
I'm like probably 50 or something like that.
That's the normal thing
I'm
to
25.
say. You're 25?
Shauna's 100 and I have to scale it back.
I just don't put like a lot into it. I find it all interesting, but I don't know. All I'm saying with astrology is like there at least is there is such a thing as stars and planets and all of that.
Yes.
Whereas a psychic, it's like, I'm just sort of feeling like Sylvia Brown, that is UCB improv. That woman is straight up just like, your husband is dead.
Yes, and now he's your dog.
Yes, exactly.
I do believe that this dog is a reincarnation of my last dog that I
No
loved, though.
way.
Well, it's like my last dog was Mayor Cutie, and she was like this little cute chihuahua, but they have the same poses, and I love them the same.
Aww.
You know, there's something to all of this that is like sort of like let everybody just believe what they want to believe. I was looking at your dog earlier, and I was like, that's my grandfather. I was like, that's my grandfather.
Well, that's how I try to talk to my daughter about religion. I'm like, you should never, no religion's right. Like every religion, like anyone could do whatever they want as long as it doesn't hurt other people. I don't understand why that isn't the main thing that people think of. Like, why would you care what religion anyone is?
I think Buddhism is right. I'm not any of them, but that one I'm like, okay, I think that one's the right one.
Yeah, well, it's definitely the sexiest vibe. Because all the other religions are like, believe me, and Buddhists are like, I don't fucking care.
Yeah,
which is
that's hot.
But
is
also,
hot.
if something brings someone joy, like their, like just
Let
their
'em.
religious space, their traditions, it's like, why would you not want people to have that if it doesn't hurt?
Totally.
But
I
then
think
it's like, well,
the fear is that they're going to try and indoctrinate your kid.
oh, I see.
Like,
right.
would you let your kid go over to like a very religious person's house? I don't think I would.
I see what you're saying.
Creepy
Oh,
deepy.
interesting.
Would you?
Because they're so impressionable, the kids.
Do you think you're going to do kids?
Here's what I really want. I want a backyard filled with tortoises. And that's about as far as I've gotten when it comes to. I want tortoises and like big tortoises.
Wait, you're saying like they're like when you see like the exposés on the chicken farms, they're just sort of like shell to shell?
Yes. Factory farming tortoises.
I have got a great recipe for turtle soup.
Do you?
Are you serious?
No, but I have had it before.
Oh my God, literally. It was only a few episodes ago that this bitch was talking as if like PETA had a gun to her head. And now
They
she's like,
do.
I'm cooking turtles. I'm making shark fin
I
soup.
used to wear vintage fur, and then they sort of attacked my Instagram.
Oh, that's why you're afraid.
And they attacked my Instagram like very like it was like they had a process they did it with. It was just like
yeah, they're
every single
calculated.
post had like 50 things. Like, oh, and then you know what they did? This was so, it made me never even wear my old fur. They started sending me clicks, and I would click on it, and it would be like a mink being electrocuted. So like I saw it.
And you were like,
But it was just vintage fur. I don't know. I liked it. It's cold in LA in the
this
night.
is so crazy. I wonder if they made the video.
Well, it's like
They're
it's a
like, every time you
campaign.
wear that jacket, this mink's going to get it. Okay.
Well, I only clicked on the link once, but it was scary and it was awful. And like
is.
mink
Nobody wants
farming,
to
like
see that.
I don't know.
Let's cut to that clip.
In my head, it was a different thing wearing old vintage furs
Of
from like you know.
course.
It is a different thing.
It is a different thing.
Not to them.
Well, it obviously works. You're proving to them that this works because you're like, I'll never do it again.
I'm scared.
It
It
is
was
scary.
really. It was traumatizing.
Yeah, no, who wants to deal with that? I'm like, yeah, of course. I dated he didn't work for PETA, but he worked for another one.
ASPCA.
No.
I know them all.
He worked for one that was like, kind of like, we're punk. And
Turtle rock stars.
and like part of what he did was like that. And
Oh, he was like part of the online campaign.
yeah.
It's a thing.
Which I kind of didn't really know. Basically what happened was we were dating and he was like, yeah, I work for this animal rights. And I'm like, yeah, that's cool. And then I realized like, oh,
He was like, hold on a second, I got to bring this bucket of paint on our.
No,
Yeah,
it was like,
on a
I hope
date.
you die, you cunt. Like, it was
I
like
think it was
very,
like that.
like vitriolic.
honestly think like these people were passionate about
Yes.
like people eating chicken tenders and stuff.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
you were having salads. He was obviously hot.
Oh, I was full vegan.
Yeah. And he was a hot guy.
See, I became vegan to lose a couple of pounds.
Yeah.
But he was like vegan, like,
With a vengeance.
yes.
And did he wear leather shoes?
I don't think so.
I wonder if veganism is going to go down now that Manjaro is here.
Oh, that's
You know,
interesting.
now
Because
that
you
there's
can just
GLP-1s,
have some
people
chicken breast and some Manjaro.
Yeah, we're really going to be able to tell who cared about these fucking animals after all.
You know what I keep thinking about? Who's been going to Target?
Who the hell's been going to Target? What's happening there?
They rolled back DEI,
Oh.
and now people aren't
I
supposed
think
to go.
families are going. Okay, well that's okay. So yeah, this is a opposite of deals. You got this segment's called Back It Up, back it up, back at a Target.
I gotta say,
Yeah.
I got these two really cool chairs.
Don't
Wait,
promote
hold on.
it.
And I'm like, why were they $157 each? That's pretty,
Because people are
they were
not
like
going there as much.
Oh.
They're
Should I return
suffering.
them? I kept the boxes.
I don't know.
Well, this is a good moment to say, Roz, I know that your parents now are different political feelingly. They're sort of, it's a tale of two cities. But
More
you would just
Rubicon.
say, yeah, they're a little Rubicon. But you were just
They're
saying
going to
like
Target.
that they're going to Target, but you have you've maintained a relationship with them, which I feel like is something that a lot of people can relate to. Is like there is this urge these days to be like, well, fuck you, because it's so charged. But yeah, how are you able to sort of like drone above the things that you need to? And
Well, it's been at this point over 10 years.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
yeah,
There's certainly, it's a spectrum.
Mm-hmm.
And I have some relatives in my immediate family that are all the way leaning in, going to the events,
Yeah.
all of it. I am no contact with them. That's just too hard because I'm trans and I'm like public eye a little bit. And so it's like they see me, I think, as someone that's really pushing the agenda. And it's like
just in existing. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
and talking.
It feels
Yes.
almost like
like,
actively
gosh.
against you or something.
We're so far different.
You like take a breath and they're like, she's so political.
Yes, exactly. And I actually did find at one point a blog that was trying to get off the ground by one of my relatives that was like, I've been through this. I know about this gender thing because my brother now thinks he's a girl. Like
Wait,
that
this is a
About-
sibling?
sibling.
Oh no.
That kind of a thing.
And do you talk to them about it?
No!
You're just like, no contact.
Not interested.
NC.
But do you
Not
advertise on their
interested.
blog?
I'm like, this is...
You're like, I do have a new book coming out.
I will say, I was like, I am basically a subscriber at one point. I was like, I have to see what else this bitch about to say.
That would be a really funny way to troll, would be to be like the only paid advertiser on the blog. And it
Hell
is for
yeah.
all of your comedy special for
That's
your
not
book.
a bad idea.
It is, right?
But, so yeah, we have very different...
Yes.
There's different members that are different. But when it comes to my parents, it is tough. And I've tried every single thing, which is like, okay, how about I just don't talk to these people anymore? And then
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, that doesn't necessarily
it pulls
work.
energy out of you.
And then I'm like, what if we just don't talk about politics ever? And then it's like, yeah, but then there's days when I want to be like, ha ha.
Yes.
So
It sounds like there's love behind it.
there's definitely love. And my parents, what I've had to learn, again, I come from dum-dums. My parents are not evil, okay?
Yeah.
They are just, I do think that there's people that saw Trump as professional wrestling, as a cartoon character. He's a billionaire. He's going to save us. He's funny.
He's like different. He's
Yeah.
coming at it from a
Tells it
different
like it
angle.
is.
yeah.
And I think that
And he also said he wasn't going to start any wars.
True. And those, And
followed through.
one thing with him is like he's never said oh sorry guys, I was wrong about that or whatever. And his followers resonate with that. And my parents, I do think, are a part of that, where they're like, they will spin a damn web like Charlotte trying to get their way out of. Like, no, he didn't mean, but he meant wasn't it?
And let's not forget about the algorithms that everyone's being fed. Our parents
it's so
included.
scary.
Everyone is, I mean, I think there's going to be some crazy shit happening where it's like, I already know people who I'm friends with who believe in like fringe stuff now from the algorithm. So it's like we're all victims to it unless you don't have an algorithm.
Exactly.
But see, I don't have an algorithm and I didn't know we shouldn't shop at Target. So
no, it's okay.
I won't do it again.
But also what I struggle with is like, I can't boycott everything.
No.
None of us can. And anyone that's acting like they can boycott everything, babe, you must be living a great life somehow that I don't know. But there's certain things that
costly.
I can't.
Yeah.
And is Amazon good?
No.
But exactly, it's like the same thing. It's like when you measure the like negative societal fallout from something like Amazon and like environmental, and then you like measure the sort of like what it means for Target to roll back the DEI. It's like, again, it's like I feel like I'm spinning Charlotte's Web, you know? It's like I'm sort of like trying to figure out, and ultimately, this is the thing that when we talk about this in the podcast a lot, like I'm just trying to raise my kid to have a sense of kindness and a relationship with energy, and that the energy that you put out is meaningful and is related to the energy that you get back in.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what I want to ask you, Roz, is what do you treasure about the energy that was put into you growing up, and what do you put in the trash?
Well, one thing at the end of what you were saying is we are doing good enough. Oh, that's my camera.
Yeah.
Good enough.
Yeah.
We're trying.
So one thing from my childhood that I'm really happy about was that my parents really did not care about what I watched, which I kind of liked that. Which is hard for me now as an adult that performs for adults. And then sometimes people are like, my kid loves you. And then I'm like, oh God, like I don't want kids knowing this stuff or whatever. But my parents did not.
Where do the kids come to the comedy shows? Or the kids see you on different things?
Like my podcast or like whatever. But then...
What's the craziest thing you were allowed to watch that you remember from a young age?
The Exorcist, I saw so young.
Wow.
Really?
Yes, and especially being Catholic, like it was such a Catholic thing that I was like, this is real, man. This is a documentary. But yeah, like Carrie and The Exorcist were like my two favorite movies as a little kid.
Wow.
And then Romeo and Michelle, we had on VHS, and I just loved that movie.
So funny.
Yes.
And I would quote it like crazy. And like there was a line where she talks about like, oh, I just gave a couple of guys hand jobs or whatever, and I would like repeat that. And
But you didn't know what it was.
I didn't know what it meant. But but I'm very like I am happy that I saw adult things. I do feel like I grew up young. I think I had a good sense of humor as a kid. I loved adults. I didn't like kids.
Me too.
I never wanted to be around kids when I was a kid.
Yeah, well, one of your siblings seemed like a real dud.
No,
Like, yeah, get me to the grown-ups table.
she was cool when we were kids. That happened later. But so I would say that. Like, I think it's probably bad parenting, but I'm happy about it.
Well, I also think it's like truly like, again, putting your finger on where the danger is and being like, oh, that would be dangerous. Like identifying, like there are certain rated R movies where it's like, oh, that's like a bad theme to introduce at this point in my 8-year-old's development.
Totally.
But like the other day we were watching that spy movie with Melissa McCarthy and Rose Byrne. And it's so rompy and fun. And the rated R, the rating is about the violence. And for me... it didn't seem like the kind of violence that was like grounded. It was like sort of like a guy falls off a balcony and like a bunch of spies are fighting, and that felt fine.
But whenever there's guns, like, because my husband and I fight about this, and he always wants
Takes out his gun.
our kid to watch like the R-rated stuff, like, or the PG-13, and then my daughter's like, I can take it, and then she wakes up and is having like, Mom, I had a dream there was a gun to your head, or it's like it's always like it's traumatizing to them in a way that we don't realize. I think.
If your kid's response to a movie pitch is "I can take it," then you should probably just
because I think she wants. It's the same way she's like trying to eat spicy food. Like she's trying to show us she's like one of us,
and then it's tummy ache.
Totally.
And they're just their brains are a little not formed enough yet for the violence.
That was me as a kid. Like, I was just like, yeah, I can handle it. And then it was scary for me.
Nightmares.
Okay, so what do you trash?
From my childhood, right?
From the way they raised you. Because we're trying to be better parents.
I think also like, it's a dramatic word to say forcing, but like forcing your kids into a religion. Like, I do think that is hard from my experience.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you want your kid to be religious, you should be like, you better not step foot in that church.
Exactly.
I'm gonna look this way, and you better not go get all those snacks they're giving out
none
in
of
that church.
shit. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I did like Catholicism because it was so gay and draggy and just like.
Oh yeah, they got like the smells coming through. It's like a metal thing, like an incense bucket. They're like putting like linen napkins on the floor and doing some. At my dad's funeral, I hadn't been to one in so long, and it was so like so many. I don't know, like rituals.
Pageantry.
Yeah.
And like, the guy's got the thing on and he's like bedazzled. And
We're all getting dressed up.
And some of those songs are bops. Okay?
Go for it. Sing
I
them.
loved church. I mean, it was kind of boring, but there were certain things about it that I loved. But
what's a fun Catholic song? Isn't that in like that's like,
and he will raise you up
that
on
one?
eagle's wings.
That's sort of like a power
yes,
ballad.
Natasha.
Bear you on the breath of dawn.
The first line is "Panty will raise you up."
Andy.
Andy.
Just watch
Andy.
Sister Act, Sabrina.
Yeah.
Panties will raise you up.
That one is like very
think that's a
power
banger?
ballad
Okay.
kind of vibe.
I'm trying to think of what other ones I like.
But there was like times where there would be like a 75-year-old woman with a perm and glasses, just like she was on American Idol. She was on The Voice, as if the chairs were about to turn
like
over.
God's back is to her.
Yes. So anyway, so I would say like maybe trash that, just because like, especially, for some people that I grew up with, I think it was like, my mom was raised Catholic and she went to the same high school as me and everything. And it was, for her, it was like, this works great.
Yeah.
I love it. But like,
Yeah.
it's not like that for everybody. And for me, I was like, this is not working for me. I don't know where I fit in with this. And
I have family members that, they're like, it's like my cousins, and it's like, they were raised in Islam, and there's different ways that they're all sort of like, now that it's a generation that's having kids, that they've absorbed it. And I do question the version of it where it's like, well, I was raised on Islam and I came out sort of even keeled and kind of take it with a grain of salt. So I'm just going to put them on Islam. And it's like, you don't know how someone is going to cling to once you kind of open the door to having someone else teach your kid what is right and wrong with these huge stakes that are basically heaven and hell. Like, you don't know what your kid's reaction is going to be to that.
But you could take the traditions.
You take the traditions. You take the
Tradition.
panties up. That's how every time your kid's putting their underwear on, you go, you raise the panties up.
yes.
And that's what you take out of.
Totally.
I read somewhere, this is crazy, that the original baptism was actually meant to keep people's head underwater a little too long, so they were like born again.
Oh, interesting. That's kind of bring that back.
I like that.
I
That's
know.
a fun party thing.
I like steaks,
Yeah. After this, do you guys want to go? I'll put our heads in.
You know what I
Bath?
will say? I still, there's so many things because of growing up that way that I still do or whatever, but I love black coffee with Oreos. and I
That's
and I
church?
dunk them, and I pretend that I say,
Oh.
I bless you in the name of the Father.
Oh,
and
I
the
like
Son."
that.
And then they come back all soggy.
They should have coffee Oreos. That would be good because they've got like 50 flavors.
Oh, I know. They've got like weird, like, I don't even know what's going on there.
I know what's going on next on this podcast, though.
Okay, what?
Me
I
singing?
have a meme of the week.
Oh, yeah.
It's a meme of
let's
the
do it.
week. And
A meme of the week.
just like Roz, there's another lady out there that's got a book out named Lena Dunham.
I
And
will say
she's-
mine's audio book only.
Audio, great.
How do you
And
sing that?
that's the only way to do a book.
Simon and Schuster.
I'm sick of reading, and so is Natasha's daughter. Okay, Rubicons, demographies, listen up. This is
Someone
Lena
told
Dunham.
you that changed your trajectory.
When I was, I don't know, probably in like 5th grade or something, I had wanted to go to this very specific drama camp that was for musical theater. I think it was called Applause. And I was very excited about it, and I couldn't stop talking about how I was going to go to Applause. And then I got to Applause, and it was just not a, like the kids were like little musical theater sharks, which is what like that very classic depiction of musical theater kids who would truly throw one another in front of a moving bus if it meant sort of getting out, making it up from understudy or whatever. And I got home and I was like, Mom, I really don't like Applause, but I can't be a quitter. Yeah. And my mom went, why can't you be a quitter? And I think she actually said, quitting is fun. I love quitting. And my mom is someone who is extremely ambitious and dogged, but also if she's not feeling it, she's not feeling it. Yeah. There's so much in life you can't quit. You know what I mean? Like you can't quit your family, you can't quit your body, you can't quit your brain. And so if there's something like
You have agency over it. Yeah.
so you have agency over, have agency over it.
Yeah.
That is
Okay.
so hard.
Yeah.
Because it's like, it definitely seems like good advice, but also I'm trying hard to do the opposite.
Well, it should be mentioned that Lena Dunham comes from money.
Okay.
So the idea of like, if I sign my kid up for a camp, kids got to go to the camp.
You're going to the camp.
Yeah, it's like we can decide that next year we're not going to Applause, but for now, you put those hands together, you clap.
Yeah, exactly.
It's so hard. I don't know. I mean, maybe there's just different truths for different people.
I think it's also like, that's also an empowered, when she says like, my mom is really ambitious, it's like sometimes, you know, it's like penny wise, pound foolish. When I'm like, you're going to that camp, it's like, would it be more advantageous to teach my kid to be like trusting his instincts and all that? But like childcare is childcare. So in that scenario,
That's true.
I think an example of like having the wealth to be able to go have other options. You'll have a nanny here anyway, or whatever it
True.
is.
But I wanted to take that advice in a way.
Yeah, I think when you're a grown up, I think it is like we do get, especially as women, kind of funneled into this idea of like being happy to be here is the most important trait. And it's like, that's not how you get rich or where you want to be.
But
I
go ahead.
think you also have to like really check in with yourself, like authentically. Is this something that's like harming your well-being? Is this actually like a bad thing for you, or is it just like, I don't feel like it?
Yes.
Like, you know, there's a difference,
And there's
you
something
have to know the
psychic
difference
about that too. It's
Oh,
like
interesting.
feeling into your body.
But also there's
Yes.
something
Yes.
there's something that is like if you're doing 5 things and you quit 4 of them, maybe the one that you didn't quit, you'll go even further in.
Oh.
So that's kind of what I'm thinking when I hear this. Like it's like, oh, because sometimes I spread myself so thin. And
Yes.
I'm like, oh, I could quit a few things and maybe then I would be more happy, more successful, more fulfilled if I could do that.
You know, my example of doing that was not going to grocery outlet yesterday.
Oh.
Sabrina,
Your
have you ever been to
grocery
grocery outlet?
Oh, I heard the nickname is gross out.
Okay, well, that person has not been in.
Grocery
That's someone who
outlet,
has
isn't that
stayed
like
on the outs.
people? Isn't that like the stuff that's like expired? And they,
Okay,
like,
I don't
Tig
want to.
described it once, one of these grocery stores, as "Here, hold my rooster."
No, but I
Like, you're
wanted
in
to.
line
I
with
really
people with
want
their
Natasha to
livestock.
be into grocery outlet, so I made a plan to go meet her there to get her in there. But then she called and my wife was on the phone.
She grocery outlet shamed you.
Yes. But then I also was like, oh, I don't need to go to this is not that important. For you to love it is not that important. For me to leave my
That's
home
something to quit.
go.
I'll tell you who's not going to grocery outlet.
Who?
Lena Dunham and her mom.
No.
She's a great writer. I read her first
She's fantastic.
book. It was really good.
She's a fantastic
I'm excited
writer.
to read her
gotta
next
get on
book.
that
Girls is
podcast.
fantastic.
Wild card.
Hey. Hey, don't cuck us. Don't you cuck us on this. You're on this podcast.
Actually, let's get Lena Dunham on our podcast.
Yeah.
how about
Hey.
And I want to get on Wildcard too.
Hold my rooster.
Wait, can we talk about animals for a second?
Yes, please.
Yes, since there's a loose
there
panting
is
dog
one.
walking around.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
What? Okay. So as parents of human adult, or not adults, but human children.
That's an assumption. They're not human.
Oh, I'm
One
so
of
sorry.
mine is.
A chicken.
That's right.
So
One of mine is a potato.
what do you think when people are like, my son is a Pekingese?
Okay, so
Is that a thing?
So
Like when
Oh, you're
people
talking about,
treat
like
their
if
animals.
baby.
if it's
Yeah.
that voice, then I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, you're Delulu. But if there's somebody who's like genuinely doesn't want kids and genuinely loves their dog, I'm like, of course, yeah, your dog is your baby. Like
It's
I have
like
a dog.
not
my
the
dog,
same thing, though.
It's not. But but we were just talking about this. That like it's kind of the starter pack for nurturing. So it's like to
Right.
have a dog before you have a child, I think is a very natural first step.
Yeah.
And if it's like cool people can get away with saying anything, cool, someone that's cool.
Thanks.
Yeah. So if you're saying my baby is a Pekingese or whatever it is, then I'm like, great. But if it's like some dud, I mean, you could tell when you were telling the story about the woman that was simply trying to warn you to not get human trafficked. I could tell that woman was a loser from the second you started that story. I'm like, I can picture that lady.
She
I don't
needed
want her
someone to
talking to my
talk to.
kid. She seemed with straggly hair or something.
Yeah.
Weird vibes were coming off of that person. Now, you could have told that story and been like, I met the coolest girl and she helped me and my daughter not get trafficked.
True. See, okay. For me, I like what you said about the starter pack because I am single, not necessarily want to be in a relationship, kids not on my mind, and all I do is work, and my work is 100% all about me. And so I feel like I'm very in myself, and I think that having a dog is really good for me to
You need
have.
a plant, girl.
See, now that feels like a commitment. A dog, I'm like, they can deal with themselves.
Well, a dog gives back. A plant is beautiful.
But so getting a dog for me was really like, okay, I have someone else to think about. I don't even have like a boyfriend. And the way I treat these men, I'm like,
You're bringing them to ghost places. You're bringing them to haunted factories.
that's true.
I
Yeah.
actually have something that someone told me that relates to what everyone's saying, Lena and Roz.
But we do not have time. Thank you guys so much for listening. This has been...
So I found my other fur baby,
Who?
Blanche, on the street.
Yeah.
And I brought her home. She's a little white chihuahua. She's like a senior now, like 16. Captain hates her. But I brought her home and she was really cute. The dog walker found her. I took her in and then she just started growing and growing and
What?
growing and growing. And I took her to the vet and I was like, something's up. And the vet felt her stomach and was like, she's pregnant. And I was like, can you abort them? And
You took out your poem. You're like, day 67, pull the trigger.
it wasn't my poem. That's from another episode. Okay. So anyway, the Dr. Reyna, he's this very cool vet. He's on Melrose. You can't even get in to see him. He's like, charges like 10 cents. Like he just loves what he does. He felt them and he was like, I think he's a very eccentric man. Dyed black hair, probably 65. And he's like, I think it might be good for you. I hadn't had kids yet. He's like, I think it might be good for you to let her give birth. And I was like, could you abort that maybe? He's like, it'll only be 2.
You're like, let her give birth and then kill them? I don't think the people on my Instagram would like that.
So he's such a cool doctor. I mean, some people would think this is crazy, but he didn't give her any sort of x-ray. He just felt it and he's like, there's 2. And I was like, okay, well, I guess I can handle two puppies. So he he gave me all this information when she's going to give birth, blah, blah, blah. And so then it finally happened. So I had like all these like little tools ready because he said you're going to have to take the membrane off of their noses and like so they can breathe. So Blanche one day goes getting huge, goes under the desk, gives out a big howl. Oh, one of these babies comes out. She bites it. She bites it herself, licks the dog, licks the whole puppy, puts it around her, like inside her stomach, like in this little warm area, does it again. Ow! Another one comes out. She does it. I got my little surgical thing ready. She bites it, licks it. She puts it in the pouch. Oh, she does it 5 times.
It's 5 babies.
She had 5 babies.
Holy
and
shit.
so I'm living with, so then I had to raise them for 8 weeks because you can't give them away until then. Tore apart my relationship. I was like, this is hell. It was just like, I mean, it was so
yeah, it
cute.
seems like that vet wanted to fuck you.
Well, he was more of like, he kind of is like a, you know, he's like an old type of, like a witch.
Gigolo.
No, he was just like, just very
He's also a
eccentric.
psychic.
Very eccentric. But, and I had him on, he gave me a cell number so I could call him when the babies came out. I was really scared.
Yeah,
but anyway,
of course he gave you a cell number.
but it helped me, you know, realize that this dog, this girl Blanche, she gave birth to these things and she was able to do it all herself.
And she intrinsically knew what to do.
She just knew what to do. It's really cool.
Yeah, so why are you struggling? Thanks for joining.
I'm jealous. I want a dog with 5 babies.
It was pretty cool. But it was just like, I would put the whole kitchen, I could like corral them in the kitchen. And then I would put the New York Times all over the entire kitchen. And then you wake up in the morning and then all of a sudden you have 5 puppies attached to your robe.
I want that.
And then piss everywhere.
Ew.
Everywhere piss.
Ew.
I'm okay with
They
that.
can't stop peeing.
Oh,
and
my
it was
God.
crazy. And then they would suck on Blanche and she was just in hell. And like, I'm still friends with some of the people who have them and she doesn't know who they are. She doesn't care.
Wow.
Way to stunt on Blanche at the end. So you're like, yeah, that
they don't
bitch
have
knew
this-
how to make babies. She didn't know how to keep friends.
But because Dr. Reyna, I hope it's okay I'm saying his name, he told me, I mean, because I would have definitely, I didn't want to deal with that. You know, it just seemed hard.
Yeah, that's a lot.
But now I
He
have my
knew.
own real human baby.
So
Dr.
now
Reyna
my
really
dog
changed
doesn't
your
have
life.
eyes.
Oh, so
Okay.
you do have a dog.
I have a dog. Well, yes, he's my second dog now.
What, you took the eyes out?
I make jewelry out
You're like,
of
these
them.
belong to my turtles.
No, but that is my little joke I do with his dog sitters. When I come home, I'm like, what happened to his eyes? But yeah, I know he was born without them.
Holy moly.
He doesn't have any.
Born this way.
But he's so cute.
Oh my gosh, and you bought him from a breeder?
No, I rescued him.
You rescued him, and how old is he?
They thought like 3 or something. They found him on the street with no eyes.
Do you put little googly eyes on him?
No, I've thought about it
You
though.
should,
There was a
please.
time when he would let me put sunglasses on him, which was very cute.
Okay, they sell googly eyes in all different sizes, and I would behoove you to please text me a picture of googly eyes in your dog.
I will
Is
work
this
on that.
insensitive?
No.
Okay.
Well, it's insensitive since you only buy your dog at breeders.
Well, no, this is the difference between having a child and that's not me. She's lying. This is the difference
Okay,
between having
fur
a child
coats.
and a dog is that you can
I
have a
bet
bit
she
more.
wanted to make fur coats out of those puppies, Corella DeVille.
Yeah,
No.
Corella DeVille.
My daughter
Rubicon.
has friends who have the rabbits, and I'm like, oh my God, these would make the best.
Guys, I just have to make a point, which is that the difference between having a human child and a dog child is if your human child was born with no eyes, it would be so insane for me to be like, go put some googly eyes on that bitch and take a picture.
I
But
hear
you
you.
can
So
do that
that's
with
the
dogs.
difference.
That's the difference. We've solved it.
He doesn't know this, but they were struggling to get a home for him.
Of course they were.
And so I was like,
I'm sure you don't have to see to know that.
well, yeah.
I'm sure he felt it. He felt the people walking through being like, that one with the eyes.
Well, I think it's really cool that you took this little boy in.
He's great, and he lives an amazing life, and he eats the best foods, and he has great babysitters when I'm gone, and he lives a great life.
Yeah, no, there's nothing better than being a dog with no kids in the house. And there's something, eyes or no eyes, you're going to feel it a dog with a dog, as soon as the babies come home, the life of a dog, the lifestyle of a dog really
he's
drops
so
off.
smart. He knows where everything is. He can run around like full speed around the room and not run into anything.
Hell yeah.
Now, when friends come over and they've got a suitcase, you gotta be careful where you put that.
Yeah, don't just put the suitcase in the middle of the room.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what I'm
Sorry.
going to put in the middle of the room?
What?
Your audiobook. And you know what
Oh,
it's
yeah.
called? Peeing in an Empty Bottle.
Love
There's
it.
the full thing is peeing in an empty bottle and other glamorous shenanigans of an almost famous transgender comedian on the road.
Well,
And it's all about my 50 show, not 50 city, fully self-produced road trip tour across America. And it's an audiobook, wherever you get audiobooks, June 23rd.
And you read it, of course.
I read it, but it's also almost like a documentary because I brought a recorder with me and I talk to different like trans people and gay people, drag queens, all kinds of people I meet along the way. And there's also like little clips from the shows that I do.
Oh, cool.
And it's like really about being a trans lady comedian in America.
Well,
Love it.
I
now.
cannot wait to listen. And I know our audience will listen with me and we'll all rate the book 5 stars. Then after that, we'll rate this podcast 5 stars.
Yes.
And after that, we're going to like, follow, and subscribe.
And then after that, we're going to all try to get ourselves on that podcast that Lena Dunham was on.
Yes.
That's right. Actually, I got to go see if I can get on it right
We got to get on that one.
now.